if you want. I'm only committed to a 3-hour show when I get calls. Otherwise, I normally do a 1-hour show with some music and talk. I do the news, and I talk about, my anarchy.forever.com website. Some other websites I have as well. The sponsors I promote, like printerfreedom.com, now that 3D printers are becoming more common. They're better and cheaper than ever before. But you want to make anarchyforever.com, basically a fixation. The content changes every day. In the content that's there right now, 30 pages, about 30,000 words. It's quite impressive. And it's the kind of thing where you can learn a lot about that. Very few people understand about where this world is going and be one step ahead of the vast majority of the population. If you make what I do in my blog and my podcast, the fixation of good music and commentary on the news that you won't get anywhere but here, and a sense of direction of a future that's very predictable, you won't get anywhere but here, as I've been very successful making predictions of the past, as the past only repeats itself, except the technology gets better and we try to hone in on it to enrich our lives and seek a more peaceful world. Okay, so we'll do the news after this music break. Let's start with One Night in Bangkok.
Bangkok, Oriental setting up the city, don't know that the city is getting the cream de la cream in the chess world in a show with everything but Joe Brenner. Time flies, doesn't seem a minute since the Terrible Fire had a chess board in it. All change, don't you know that when you play this level there's an ordinary venue? In Iceland, or the Philippines, or Hastings, or in this place? One night in Bangkok and the world's your oyster. The bars and temples, but the world ain't free. You'll find a god in every golden cluster, and if you're lucky, then the god's a she. I can feel an angel siding up to me. One town, very like another when your head's down over your pieces, brother.
It's a drag, it's a bore, it's really such a pity to be looking at the road, not looking at the city.
What do you mean? You see one crowd of polluted stinking town.
Tea girls, Wall Street, Summer Street up, and the Summer Street, more streets.
Get tight, you took it to a tourist. Every move's among the purest. I get my kicks above the waistline sunshine.
One night in Bangkok makes a heart man humble. Not much retreat, despair and ecstasy. One night in Bangkok and the tough guys stumble, and be careful with your company. I can feel the devil walking next to me.
Siam's gonna be the witness to the ultimate test of cerebral fitness. This grips me more than would you by the old river or reclining Buddha. Thank God I'm only watching the game, controlling it. I don't see you guys rating the kind of mate I'm contemplating. I let you watch, I would invite you, but the queens we use would not excite you. So you better go back to your bars, your temples, your massage parlors.
One night in Bangkok and the world's your oyster. The bars and temples, but the world ain't free. You find a god in every golden cluster. A little flesh, a little history. I can feel an angel siding up to me. One night in Bangkok makes a heart man humble. Not much retreat, despair and ecstasy. One night in Bangkok.
China girl. I feel a wreck without my little China girl. I hear her heart beating loud as thunder, slowly stars crashing. I'm a mess without my little China girl. Wake up in the morning, where's my little China girl? I hear hearts beating loud as thunder. I saw these stars crashing down. I feel tragic like I'm Marlon Brando when I look at my China girl. And I could pretend nothing really meant too much when I look at my China girl.
Stumble into town just like a sacred cow. Visions of swastikas in my head, plans for everyone. It's in the way of my eyes. My little China girl, you shouldn't mess with me. I'll ruin everything you are. You know, I'll give you television, I'll give you eyes of blue, I'll give you a man who wants to rule the world.
And when I get excited, my little China girl says, oh baby, just you shut your mouth. She says, she says, she says, she
When you were young and your heart was an open book, you used to say, live and let live. You know you did, you know you did, you know you did. But if this ever-changing world in which we live in makes you give in and cry, say live and let die. Live and let die. Live and let die. Live and let die. this ever-changing world in which we live in makes you give in a cry. Say, live and let die. Live and let die. Live and let die. Live and let die.
Okay, I'm back. So we'll do the news, and again, if you want to call in or chat in, Anarchy.Forever1 is in the number 1, Anarchy.Forever1 on Skype. Of course, everyone's talking about what happened. There was extended news coverage because of what happened in Brussels, the attack on Tuesday. This is in from the New York Times. Brothers among 3 Brussels suicide attackers. Another assailant is sought. So there are 3 guys, not just 2, it turns out. 3 suicide bombers, including 2 brothers, carry out the attacks on Brussels on Tuesday. The Belgian authorities announced that once they continue to hunt for at least one more assailant. So they evidently have evidence on a 3rd guy that's somehow tied into this. Probably video views or maybe some other knowledge they have on a paper trail that they usually look at when they follow these guys around. There are 2 guys that were in young-looking Muslim. They had that Muslim look to them. And again, you have to profile or you're screwed. It's just that simple. And with one, they each had one glove in the hand, like Michael Jackson, which usually is bad news. They were probably trying to conceal a weapon. We think probably the trigger device was in the glove, is what was believed to be the case. So that's sort of from the New York Times. So you'll want to look at that now. They're looking for the 3rd guy. But again, with these people, everything is reactive, and if you make it about punishment, it doesn't work. You need to be proactive, or who cares? You can save lives. But trying to look for all these people, and they're going to have many more recruits as long as we're stupid enough to bomb the hell out of Syria, Iraq, have a presence there, in Afghanistan, Pakistan. That's what happens. We're over there, they're over here. It's World War III just never ends because these a-holes think that you follow these guys, you put them away because it's a safety issue, a punishment issue. They're not being punished. These guys are willing to die for the cause. They don't care if they go to jail, and there are many more recruits that will die. It's not only dying for all, it's dying for a political cause, but people just don't look at it that way. Where in the old days when people were smarter, had dialogues, and you try to analyze where this hatred comes from, it's only obvious. It's not that you appease the hatred, but the source of the hatred can be diminished with the downsizing of the states, where we really don't have a reason to be overseas. Killing people, knowing that you indiscriminately kill people when you're at war. So technically, we've killed a lot more Muslims than they've killed us, but because it's cowardly terrorism against the innocent, we feel justified in going to war against these people like right after 9/11. And that's why World War III will never end until the nations will collapse, and they will. They are collapsing slowly but surely. I want them to collapse a lot faster. We could bring peace to the world that much faster. Based on my introductory preamble that I thought was quite good before the music break. So check out that story by the New York Times 45 minutes ago on Google News. Again, nothing is off for Donald Trump, including spouses. Section sign in, username, subscribe, reading list. And this is another Washington Post story where they just have it's not rhetoric. It's just a bunch of labels like White House, courts, and laws. If you want to read that story, I know he was originally married to Ivana Trump. He had kids. I'm not sure whether there was